The first portion of today's game between the Cubs and the Braves has been brought to you by famous White Owls, the cigar that's aged longer to taste better and smoke milder. And the next portion of today's game between the Cubs and Milwaukee will be brought to you by Magic Kiss of Beauty carpet, rug, and furniture cleaners, dry cleaners of clothing and draperies, and by Magic Kiss rug, carpet, and drapery sales. Randy, how many young Rosens are there in your family? How many brothers and sisters?
Jack, I'm sorry, but we only have two of them, a brother and a sister.
And how old are they?
Well, my brother's going to be 10 next month, and I'm happy to say my sister had her 6th birthday yesterday.
Oh, wonderful.
And she celebrated very nicely, and we had a nice surprise party for my dad yesterday.
And you're 12 years old. You go to what school now?
Upper grade school.
Upper grade school.
And going into 8th grade.
Fine. You really want to be a baseball broadcaster, Randy?
Yes, this is what I wanted to be all my life since I was about 7 years old.
That sounds like the Quinlan story, Lou. That's just about when I started.
And especially the Cubs because, you know, I was always a Cub fan.
Even living out south like that, huh?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So.
Who's your favorite ball player, Randy? Do you have one?
I think it's hard. The big three, you know, Billy Williams, George Altman, and Ernie Banks. It's about a toss-up between them.
Well, we're going into the fourth, and Lou Johnson leads off for the Braves. He beat out an infield hit in the first inning, the only hit off Ellsworth so far. Cubs are leading 1-0 on Bertel's home run. Dick Ellsworth on the mound, goes into the windup. Here's the pitch to Lou Johnson, a fastball, and he bangs it foul on the ground to the right, strike one. Magic Kiss Carpet and Rug Cleaners, your host. For Magic Kiss Rug Cleaning in Woodstock, call Tidy Rug Cleaners, 200 Washington Street, at Federal 81000. Fred and Bill Shefke, owner-manager. Remember, you get top value stamp certificates. One strike on Lou Johnson. Here's the pitch. Fastball, pop foul behind the plate, strike two. Well, you're a real champion, Randy. I understand there's another champion in your house. I understand your mother's the twist champion of Flossmoor.
Yeah.
2 strikes the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit on the ground. Past Santo. Base hit. Maybe a double down the left field line. Johnson racing around first. He can really motor. He goes into second base standing, makes the turn, and goes back with a double. Lou Johnson doubles to open the fourth inning. He has both hits off Ellsworth. He slapped a shot right over the bag at third. Santo dove for it, tried to knock it down, but didn't come up with a ball. And it's a 2-base hit down the left field line to start the fourth inning for the Braves. The tying run is now in scoring position with nobody out. And up is Eddie Matthews, who walked his first time at bat. Matthews yesterday had 3 walks and a home run. He's still bothered by a bad shoulder. His right shoulder hurts him. He injured it earlier in the year swinging. Well, he had a big night in Milwaukee last night. The Bears and the Packers. Well, the Packers beating the Bears. A man at second with nobody out. We're in the fourth. Cubs lead 1-0, but the Braves have the tying run at second with nobody out. Here's the pitch. Matthews takes a look at a strike, belt high, 0-1.
You know, Jack, I got to see the last 1 minute of that ball game. I followed Wally Phillips's directions to get back to Harvey going south. I ended up out in South Milwaukee.
I'd say he is a little confused. Here's a sidearm fastball that's outside. Ball 1 and strike 1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball 1, strike 1 the count on Matthews. A man at second with nobody out. And now the pitch by Dick Ellsworth. Here it is. A slow curveball that he throws into the dirt in front of the plate. 2 balls and a strike now. You know, a lot of people write in and want to know if Boudreaux really eats as much as I claim. And now Randy Rosen has found out for himself that I do not lie about that. 2 balls a strike. Actually, he eats more, but I call him like I see him. Here's a curveball that's low, gets away from the catcher. There goes Johnson to third. He makes the turn at third, and Bill Adair holds him there. It's a pass ball. It got away from Bertel. And it moves the tying run to third with nobody out, and the count on Matthews is now 3 balls and a strike. Now a fly ball or a hit could drive in the tying run. Cubs lead 1-0. We're in the fourth. Ellsworth kicks the dirt around. The left side of the infield is playing in tight. The right side halfway. Strong left-handed power hitter Eddie Matthews at the dish waiting. Wind up by Ellsworth, 3-1 to Matthews. He walked him high, ball 4. That's his second walk, and the third issued by Ellsworth. It puts runners at first and third with nobody out and brings up Hank Aaron, who banged into a double play in the first inning. Now Ellsworth finds himself in real trouble with runners at first and third, nobody out, and Hank Aaron at the plate. Cubs 1, Milwaukee nothing. Billy Williams deep in left. Lou Brock over in left center. Don Landrum very deep in right field. Nice wire from the Warrens listening. Donna Warren listening to the game. Here's a ball. 1-0 the count. A runner at first and a runner at third with nobody out in the fourth inning. And now the pitch to Hank Aaron. Curveball, and it's low. 2-0. The crowd today in the neighborhood of right around, I'm going to guess 14,000. Maybe more. 2-0 on Hank Aaron. Here's the stretch. And the 2-0 pitch. Fastball swung on, high fly, right field. It's going to score a run. Don Landrum charges the ball, makes the catch, and his throw is going to go into second as Lou Johnson tags at third and scores the tying run after the catch is made. A run batted in for Hank Aaron, his 108th of the year on a sacrifice fly to right field. Now there's one out, a runner's in, and there's a man on first, and the batter is Lee May, the center fielder, hitting .243 coming into it. Was thrown out by the pitcher his first time up. You know, Lou, the thing I noticed that was strange last night was the fact that Phillips' house was the only house in the block that had parking meters in front of it.
That's right, Jack. And listen, I don't know whether you noticed it or not, but all electricity was turned off at 9:30. I don't know what he was saving that for.
Yeah, I noticed that they cut the juice off pretty early. Here's the pitch. Curveball, a strike on the inside corner. May backed away, but the pitch got the inside part of the plate, 0-1. Nice wire from Al Viola listening to the game. A man at first, one out. A runner's in. The game is tied 1-1. We're in the fourth. Dick Ellsworth gets his sign from Bertel. Facing the base runner Matthews at first. And now the pitch to Lee May. Curveball. He missed it by a yard. He swung and missed a curveball, and he didn't even come close. He had to miss that by 3 feet. 2 strikes. For Magicist rug cleaning or on-location carpet and furniture cleaning, call the main office at Estabrook 88600 or see your phone book for your local Magicist number. Matthews at first base, 1 out, 2 strikes on Lee May. Here's the pitch, sidearm curve, struck him out. Same pitch that he threw the previous time, and he struck him out. That is strikeout number 2 by Ellsworth. Now with 2 gone on a man on first, here is the catcher Joe Torre, who walked and was erased in a double play in the second inning. Randy, let me ask you, who do you think is going to win the National League pennant now? It's a pretty close race with the Dodgers, Giants, and Cincinnati right now.
Well, I wish it'd be the Giants, but the way it looks now, the Giants, I think, are getting pretty well knocked out of it, even though they are winning today against Philadelphia.
Well, they're only 2.5 out.
It's real close now, and just my wishes since the Cubs can't win, it's going to be the Giants all the way, I hope.
How about Cincinnati? You think they have a chance? They're 3 out.
Well, Cincinnati has good pitching, and they have good power, and Frank Robinson and Vada Pinson and Gordy Coleman, and it's real close right now, Jack, and it could be anybody right at the moment.
1-0 on Joe Torre, a man at first, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Fastball, slapped foul on the ground behind the plate. A ball and a strike. The Dodgers 5, the Mets nothing at the end of 3.5. Houston 2, Cincinnati nothing at the end of 4.5. That's a doubleheader over there. 1-1 on Joe Torre. The game is tied 1-1. We're in the top of the fourth. Here's the pitch by Ellsworth. The runner going, a ground foul on the ground to the right over by the Milwaukee dugout. Ball 1 and strike 2. Matthews returns to first base. He was on the go as Torrey slapped that ball foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I was surprised also last night, Lou, that Phillips didn't honor any of those credit cards. When the check
Not
came
one.
around.
It was all cash, Jack, all the way.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Inside, ball 2, strike 2. Count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. First place I've ever been in where the hat check girl refused 50 cents. She said it's $1 minimum. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on the batter with a man at first and 2 out. Ellsworth goes into the stretch. 2-2 pitch to Torrey, swinging a hot smash, past third, another base hit down the left field line. Eddie Matthews round second, he's going to third. Joe Torrey goes into second with a double, Matthews safe at third. A double by Joe Torrey, a ball that was pushed right over the bag at third, down into the Cub bullpen. And there is another hit. Second double of the inning, 3rd hit of the game off Ellsworth. And now the Braves have runners on second and third with 2 out. Tommy Aaron is up.
Well, Jack, there's a great example of why you have your third baseman protect the third base foul line. If Santo's playing over protecting the line, he either catches that ball or knocks it down. He wants to keep the ball in play. If the man's going to get a base hit, you want it to the third baseman's left for only 1 base. And we're very fortunate that Williams got over into the bullpen to field that ball quickly and to hold Matthews at third base.
Tommy Aaron now hit into a double play his first time up.
Jack, I noticed one thing. If Tommy Aaron ever hits like his brother, this is better than the Envoys that ever happened in New York.
Oh, boy, there'll be no stopping this club if that Tommy Aaron ever hits like Hank.
Well, let's hope
Randy.
for the Cubs at least that Aaron will be stopped.
Well, I don't care if he hits, but let him start Tuesday night, not today. Let him start when they're out in San Francisco. 1-0 on Tommy Aaron. Runners at second and third, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Fastball hit on the ground to the pitcher. He's out of the inning. Throw to first, side is retired. 1 run. 2 hits and a walk. 2 runners left in scoring position. At the end of 3.5 innings of play at Wrigley Field of Chicago, it's the Milwaukee Braves 1 and the Chicago Cubs 1.